Right, so we're back in the live room. I've turned the lights on so you can see it a little bit better. So let's have a look at some of the amplifiers I use. Down here on the floor is this beautiful old Plexi. Starting to be a little bit worse to wear, the cover's on it, but it sounds amazing. So heavy, these amplifiers, so it's a blessing that I don't have to take it around too much. And then this little orange Tiny Terror. They're both on the floor because they're normally on a cabinet actually that I stand there that I've lent to somebody at the minute, so that's why they're down there. All of these heads that I have in here, which you can see quite a few of them, they're connected via speaker leads into a patch bay that is made for me, and it means I can just plug into the amp head I want, and then I can just select on the dial which cabinet, which head is going to the cabinet, and that means it's really quick to switch them. So let's have a look around then. First of all, we'll start with this Hampstead. It's just absolutely beautiful, built just amazing build quality. Obviously you've got high and low input on it like a lot of amplifiers. You've got the gain, and then you've got a really simple EQ section on this one. It's really cool. Reverb and a tremolo, and then a master volume. It's a great master volume on this amp. So this is the amp that I do pretty much everything clean with. That kind of clipping sound that you just get on a clean, that comes from this as well. It's really good. Again, I don't use the reverb on it a lot because we don't tend to print that much reverb, especially if I'm like on a mono track and it really the engine is like a stereo kind of reverb, so it's good not to. But this is a really amazing amp, and it's the first one I go to really. So then here we have the PRS Pools amp sitting on top. It sits on top handily because the dials are on top. This one you can see is again a very simple amp. There's not much to it. Volume, presence, treble, middle, bass, master. It has this little kind of switch here which changes, it's not a channel, it changes some components inside, and it basically makes it go from kind of a really kind of sort of slightly thicker Fender clean to a Marshall-y type sort of grind, which is really cool, really useful. Again, beautifully built amplifier. So I use this an awful lot. It's 50 watts. So it's not incredibly loud, but it's quite a quiet 50 watts. The Artist 20 down there, the Hampstead, this is 20, I think 22 watts, and it's incredibly loud. It's just absolutely brilliant. Then we've got the 2-Rock. So this is a Studio Pro. It's kind of I think a scaled down custom reverb. This is just a wonderful clean, slightly different, slightly throatier kind of clean than the Hampstead one. Very different. Again, it just comes in handy to have. And then we've got the Bad Cat. So like I say, it's a kind of AC30 type of idea. Very good amplifier, really cool, cuts through very well. The reverb on this is slightly different. It seems to kind of be put in a different place to the Hampstead reverb, and it really makes a difference. I don't actually a huge fan of the reverb on it, so I don't ever record with this reverb. But again, it's a great amp to have, and it's just really good to have in the kind of the rig. Okay, so there's the 4 main amps that I use.